flip the camera and stuff. And another thing is, I honestly don't go to my desk here that much. I'm mainly just in my bed instead of doing at my desk. So I only just realized I have a couple of pieces of paper here that are outdated and need to be thrown. I don't have a garbage can here, so that's just going here for now. You might be thinking, wait, hold on, it's a Minecraft stream. Why is there Smash Brothers? And that's because I was playing Smash Brothers as Rob. I love Rob. He's my favorite character in Smash. Also, one of my favorite Nintendo characters as well. Honestly, if I had the money, I would buy Rob. Actually, now that I've got an NES, I might as well get him. But he's just kind of expensive. So last week, I did do a Minecraft stream like this, but it didn't work. Like nobody watched. Well, like one person did, like for less than a minute. And that's okay. And then I was gonna upload it, but it didn't upload. And so hopefully this time it'll upload. Don't care about signing into my Microsoft account. EDU Survival is the name. Now, I guess this is the third time I've recorded a stream that I never finished or anything. Well, I did a stream before the last one. Never finished it though, never did a proper tour or anything. Also, I kind of hate the setup right here. I wish I had a capture card for my Nintendo Switch, but they are just pretty expensive. And so why pay money for a good setup when you could just... I don't have much of a reason to do it, to use a capture card or anything. Honestly, there's really only one overpriced piece of tech that I've considered getting, that being wireless HDMI, because I'm planning on moving my projector setup. I have a projector, and I love it and stuff, but the thing is, I don't like having it where my current setup is. It just doesn't really work, like where my bed is and stuff. And other stuff, so I plan to do like a renovation or whatever, moving it to a point where it works much better with my bed. I'm gonna move this too. But I'd also have to move the... Darn it. Keep moving. Bumping-ish. But I also plan to move shelves, because so then I could put my projector in the area where I have the shelves. And wireless HDMI would work the best because my ceiling is like thinner than my Nintendo Switch overall. It's a very thin ceiling. There we go. That's good. And so if I would have the projector on the ceiling, which is what I want to do, it would just make it that I would have to either use wireless HDMI or have the cord on the wall, or the HDMI cord on the wall, or have it go through the wall. Because my ceiling is very thin, it might not be possible to do it through the ceiling. And I wouldn't want to use a regular HDMI cord on the wall and stuff, because it just doesn't... It just looks horrible having an HDMI cord like that. Like, I have a Wii extension cord for my Wii sensor bar, because I have a projector, and so, yeah, it just works best to have it there. So it's just, the sensor bar cord, extension cord, is pretty long. I actually have it going all around my room, instead of on the ceiling. Originally I did have it on the ceiling, but then I moved it. And so, what do you think wireless HDMI would cost? $20? $40? $50? No. $130 $8 for 2 sticks that connect wirelessly. And it's not even actually wireless. Because HDMI does not supply power, you have to have an external piece of power to it. You have to have an AC adapter for it. You can't just plug it in. It's not, and it's just annoying. Being $130. Yeah, you could get a cheap version. I found one for like $70. That's still expensive, but cheaper. But like, the reviews weren't great, so no. And also, what am I even doing? I'm kind of going off track. But I'd get wireless HDMI, even if it was truly wireless, then it still wouldn't justify the $130 price tag. So yeah, let's, kind of complaining, sorry. Let's start with the world, where I started in the world. So when I first got into this world, I was like super far away. Like, not even on this map was where the spawn was. And when I got to this area where I am now, I put a treehouse right here, and this was originally like an island surrounded by water. And actually, if you dig under here, I swear there's kind of clipped through there. You kind of saw it there. You can kind of see it there. I picked probably the worst spot to start mining it. But like, yeah, I originally was going to clear out all the water, but then I just realized, screw it. It's not worth it. I could just cover it up. And so that's what I did. I just covered it up. Okay, this is what I get for getting Minecraft for a Nintendo Switch. Now, how did I have the path? Like this? Yeah. But what happened to, like, I, of course, filled in the water. And then, like, this was a tiny island here. And I tore down the treehouse and sold the scraps to the villagers, which live in there. Which is unfinished, as you can see. I expand it whenever I get new villagers. This right here is the dragon egg, and over here is the mine. I tried to make this kind of look like a drill, but doesn't look anything like it. But down there it goes all the way pretty much to bedrock, not exactly to bedrock, but yeah. Over here is a skyblock place. I'm not going to go up it because it would take me forever, but it goes up to level 256. And so it's if I ever want to do skyblock on this world with my friends and stuff, then I could. Now over here is the farm. As you saw at the beginning of this, I went in and traded with some of the villagers. Then over here is where I'm planning on clearing out land and turning into a forest. You can see I've already started that, and the reason why that one's flat is because, darn it, I accidentally broke it. Was because there was land here not too long ago when I grew the trees, and then it kind of just caused that to happen, but I don't care. Now, let's go through this little passageway. It kind of reminds me of the Spring of Power from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, because from the ground, it looks secretive. It looks kind of secretive and not very obvious that it's there. But then you go up, oh yeah, it's obvious it's there. Reminds me of the Spring of Courage from Breath of the Wild. And this I plan to clear all out and turn into a pond. And you might be saying, wow, that's a deep pond. And also, it's not very well, it's too symmetrical. It doesn't look natural. Well, I said I was clearing out land. This I intend to be ground level right here. Right where I'm standing. So, I'm just doing, like, I'm marking this out before I cleared out all the land. And so I did. And another thing is, you might have noticed something weird in the sky. Oops. Yeah, that's a floating sky island I'm working on, that's where my house is. and I put it in the same shape as this to make it seem like, oh, this, where the pond is going to be, is where that floating island used to be. As you can see, it's incomplete. I have not finished it yet because I've been lazy. So, now there's also this wall, which kind of separates the parts. Once we get up to my house on the floating sky island, I could show you the map of the area. So, this right here is my friend's house. I built it, and if you have the Minecraft Construction Handbook, I do, but I'm not getting up to grab it. This may seem familiar to you, because it's from that thing. So after, I tore down my treehouse, I moved into this house. And later I added an extension, which I never used for anything. Then I gave the house to my friend. Now this is a house my friend built, because I was like, I want to turn this into like a neighborhood and stuff. And this is a house that I built. On the outside, it just looks normal, but on the inside, yeah, I have Education Edition on in this world, because it's nice. I like it, even though I had to access it through Creative. Don't judge me, I like it. And also over there is just a random thing I did once. And also, sorry, this kind of hides it, and this closes the thing. Sorry, coughing. My friends and I joke that we're Walter White and Jesse Pinkman, whatever his name is. I have not seen the show. I keep moving the tripod by accident. So this is a house I saw in a YouTube video, which I was like, dang, that's a nice house, I'm gonna build it. And I kind of regret building it because it's oversized and barely has any rooms, and I just built it because, I don't know, I'm gonna build it, and, yeah. I will never use this. It'd probably work best as, like, a town hall. But, like, I like to have the separation between, the neighborhood area and then the work buildings. Over here are the work buildings, and I haven't gotten rid of this beehive because there used to be trees here that I put there temporarily because I was building the house and I needed an easy access of trees. Over here is the bank, and all I need to finish is the pillars that I've been too lazy to finish. So it's gonna probably be under construction for a while until I feel like finishing it. Here's my bank vault where I have a bunch of emeralds, and I actually did the calculations once. I have like a year's salary. Keep bumping it. And I'll explain this once I get to the smelting mill. I have like a year's salary worth of emeralds for the average American. In there. And another thing is, these doors are completely superfluous because I just have these minecart tracks. Now, the reason why is because there's a deposit box right here. And that'll take it and put it into my bank vault. And sadly, only my bank vault, because I never bothered to do it for my friends. My friends never use theirs anyway. I'm the only one who uses mine. I'm the only one who uses theirs. Theirs are on the second floor. Now this is the smelting mill, and I have... What do I have? Oh yeah, that's right, nothing. I can't remember what I smelted in there. This is the smelting mill, and I have a bunch of copper. Yeah, copper. And it'll, it goes down the hoppers into a furnace under there, and then it goes, well, once it's done smelting, it'll go over to the bank, and that's why I had a chest full of copper blocks. And if we go down here, here's the furnace contraption. And this is also a minecart that will have it go up to this chest here. And the reason why I have that is for once I've, well, probably never finished smelting all the copper, I could flip a switch and it'll make it that it'll go to here instead of here to the bank. And that's the smelting mill. And here's a shop that I built that I never use. I often forget I have it. And a library I'm too lazy to finish. The whole purpose of it is the enchantment table, because my friends keep being like, oh, can I borrow your enchantment table? And I'm like, I would say yeah. And this is an aquarium. But, like, having the library there would make it that they don't have to ask me. This goes up to a place that I need to finish, but I never will. The aquarium was more of just like a sporadic project. And then, tropical fish in here, and then sea turtles. And I gotta take off my Frostwalker boots in order for me to do this. So, there are 2 sea turtles and a couple of tropical fish in here. And 1 sea turtle egg that hasn't hatched because I haven't been in Radius for a while. Now, the floating sky island. This is going to take a bit to get there. As you can see, I planted a bunch of vines so then it has easy access to get there. I don't have stick drift, I'm just doing this. Although my Joy-Cons, my main pair of Joy-Cons for my Switch, have started to get stick drift, I've noticed. Not horrible stick drift. It's like the left joystick, if I move it in a way, it'll make it that it'll just kind of go for a little bit like this. And my second pair, which I don't use, I only use it for multiplayer, has horrible stick drift, and that's why I only use it for multiplayer. Like, the stick drift is so horrible that it's downright pretty much unplayable. Yeah, I'm actually using a third-party controller for my Nintendo Switch that lights up by P2P. I would recommend this. I've talked about it in a previous video how I like this controller, and this is... well, this isn't my go-to Pro controller anymore. Oops. Because I got a GameCube-style one that is wired. The cords are definitely long enough, but like it has this one has programmable back buttons. It's wireless, pretty solid battery life. The sticks are very comfortable, and obviously it lights up, and you could adjust it and stuff. There are a couple of downsides though. It doesn't have NFC. Most third-party controllers don't. It doesn't have rumble. And also the face buttons are very clicky and don't feel right. They are just kind of cheap, but that's okay. And also the sticks feel mushy when you click them down. But other than that, I would recommend this controller for $50. That's not too bad. But like my GameCube style wired controller was $30. That one I kind of do prefer. I like the button layout. I like feeling like I'm using a GameCube controller. Like this one I'm using now does have motion controls, but it doesn't really have, like I said, it doesn't have NFC or rumble. And the GameCube controller doesn't have rumble, NFC, or motion controls. And of course it's wired, meaning you can only use it in docked mode. Like the sticks feel great for the GameCube controller. They are very nice clicking them down. The face buttons feel just right. So I definitely prefer to use that over the one I'm using now, but that's okay. So this is a subway that I built that I never use. Down there goes outside of the wall. And I'm probably never going to finish this. And then there's a dock right here. And then there's a ship. Hi, I'll probably never finish that. It's based on, like, the actual shipwrecks in Minecraft. Actually, there's one in this world. It's, I can't zoom in any farther. But it is right there. And it is a pretty much intact shipwreck underwater. Now down there just goes by my friend's house. And that's really it. Now, that's really it for the overworld. On to the nether. Oh, I forgot to mention, that's the Iron Golem graveyard over there. For every Iron Golem I have slaughtered, I plant their poppies that they drop. To honor them. Because I murdered them. I originally had it where it was just a bunch of poppies by the villager office building, but I changed that. Alright. How long have I worked on this world? I can't remember when I started this world, but I remember that it was like December or November of 2021 when I started this world and basically poured probably literal weeks or months into this world. Now, this is the coordinates for the Nether Fortress, which is that way. I am too lazy to put a minecart track there. And that's really it for the end, except for where this minecart track actually leads. Oh, I said end, I meant to say nether. But this goes to the end portal. And then I also have a nether portal for the Woodland Mansion. I have not marked that down. But I do have a map for it that is a locator map, so I use that to locate where the Woodland Mansion is. So I go through the nether, and then I just follow the map. Hey, they fixed the lag issues with the minecarts. I don't know when they did that. But I just follow the trail until I get to where the Woodland Mansion is. Never mind, I guess they didn't. No, not as severe. Like before, it was kind of just like go, stop, go, stop, go, stop. It was kind of annoying and made me never use minecarts. But now that they fixed that, hey, that's nice. Alright, so here's the nether portal. To get to the end portal. And down there is the Ocean Monument. Let's show that first, because the end is, well, the end. And this switch, I was too lazy to actually put the redstone in a way that makes it blend in. Let's go down to the Ocean Monument. I haven't really done much with the Ocean Monument. I've harvested the sponges, and that's really it. And, oh yeah, I didn't even show my house. I just remembered that. I didn't show the house. Or really much of the Sky Island. Forgot about that. I'll have to do that after the end. Or after doing the end. Can't remember what I was just talking about. Like before I said how, oh, I hadn't done the house. Alright, why do I have a suggestion? Oh, that's right, I was farming to get a conduit. I just completely forgot about that. I think that was a creeper that exploded. Okay, Frostwalker is cool, but it's not practical. Oh, wait, I did build a conduit. Oh, I forgot. In another Minecraft world that I had, I still have it and stuff, still fun to play on occasionally, which, that one predates this world. I started that one in 2020. I called it the, it was my friends and, it was an SMP that my friends and I created, and in that one we drained an ocean monument, and I'd like to do the same for this one, but I just don't have it, and yes, I harvested the gold from here. And, like, I just kind of forgot about draining it. I still would want to drain it someday. I'm from Minnesota, so I gotta make this Minnesota joke. When the Vikings win the Super Bowl is when I'll drain the Ocean Monument. If you don't know, the Vikings, I'm not a sports fan. I just heard people from the Midwest and stuff joke about the Vikings winning the Super Bowl, like, oh, that'll never happen. And so that's why I said I'll do it when the Vikings win the Super Bowl. Found this comedian named Charlie Barons. Oh, the portals are just so confusing. But like, he makes jokes about the Midwest, and so he's my favorite comedian because of that. Because I live in the Midwest, and he's a pretty funny guy. Although he does mainly do jokes about Wisconsin, and so they're not as relatable, but still pretty relatable. Like the whole thing about a bubbler, not very relatable because I don't call a water fountain a bubbler. I call it a water fountain, although I do call soda pop. Now to the end. There's some stuff that is just kind of a novelty that you wouldn't really use practically, but you would like to have because it's like, oh, a novelty. And one of them would be if Minecraft was on the Nintendo Wii. They could definitely make a very competent version of Minecraft on the Nintendo Wii. Heck, the homebrew community did it. Seeming as I think the new 3DS models are as capable as the Wii. I think they should have just put Minecraft on the Wii instead of the new 3DS. So, this is an end base that I was going to do, because again, the SMP that my friends and I had, and still have but don't really play on, we had an end base, but we didn't do this to the end, did we? No, no, no. But I was planning on turning the end into like an overworld thing, because I saw a guy on YouTube do it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And I've done a lot of it, and all the land that I've cleared up, the grass from it, that's what I've done. I put it here. And that's really it about the end. That's all I've done in here. And so now, back at the house, to end the stream. Here are my pets that I have based on my real-life pets, except for Callie, that's just original to Minecraft. Then here is just like a little storage area. And then here's my enchantment table room. And then there has the lapis and stuff, and obviously a grindstone for removing enchantments. Then my work area. My horse, who I got up here because, I don't know, I'll never use him again. And then my actual storage room with actual storage house with 2 floors. And that's about it with the stream. So, thanks for watching, everybody. And the one person I saw, it was either the same person or 2 different people I saw who joined during the stream. Thank you for watching. Have a good day, and goodbye.